The lighting is not the greatest in here. It is like midnight on Friday night, so I understand why it's not the greatest. I have a bit of a messy room at the moment, so I'm just gonna sit on the floor to alleviate some of the mess from being the background. But anyway, hi, welcome to this vlog. I started the sweater weather readathon. I'm gonna see if I can't prop this up so it's not so shaky when I film. This is being balanced very vicariously on the top of a really big book stack. Okay, oh, also, before I get into the readathon, because I'm looking at my hair and how it looks weird, it's probably because I was just leaned up against a pillow because I just got through watching for the very first time The Return of the King, the third movie in the Lord of the Rings, like, movie trilogy series, and it was amazing. I watched all three movies this past week. I started Monday, I watched the second one, no, I started Sunday, I watched the second one Tuesday, and I just watched the third one tonight. And actually my brother and his girlfriend Kendall and then my mom, we all watched it. They just left, like we just got done watching it because it's a really long movie. That's why my phone's somewhere. It's almost midnight, so let me actually see the time. Yeah, it's 11:42 and we started at I think around 8. So anyway, yeah, just got through watching that. Would highly recommend. I am happy to say I finally have watched the Lord of the Rings movies, and so I'm hoping to now read the books, but don't hold me to that. I have a lot of books on my TBR that I need to read, but I just don't know. I'm just really into that like whole world right now, like the Shire and Mordor and Middle-earth and all of that. So anyway, who knows? As far as the sweater weather readathon goes, I have already completed a whole book. Well, it's a graphic novel, but still, it's a thicker graphic novel, and I definitely didn't think I was gonna finish it in a day, but I was off of school this week. This past week was my fall break, so I had a lot more free time on my hands. So I finished Delicates, the sequel to the graphic novel Sheets by Brenna Thumler. I finished this one actually early this morning. I finished it like at 2 a.m. because I couldn't stop reading it. This was a 5 out of 5 star read for me. Absolutely loved it. I liked it, definitely I liked it more than the first, although I really enjoyed the first one. It's just that's how good this one is to me. But it is definitely a heavier read. It talks about bullying and just not fitting in. It's you follow primarily our main character Marjorie, but there's also a new character in this one named Eliza, and they're just entering into 8th grade. Eliza actually is held back, so she should be a freshman in high school, but that all plays into why people kind of like pick on her. It's a whole thing, and I don't want to like totally give it all away because I highly recommend whatever age you are to read this series now. Or I don't know if it's just going to be a duology. I don't know if there's going to be a follow-up to Delicates. It definitely though left me feeling a little bit like heart achy. Like it definitely broke my heart for Eliza and Marjorie too because of her mom dying, which you know that happened back in Sheets. So anyway, that fulfilled the prompt to read a book that's set in fall because that book definitely was set in fall. It starts in summer and then you go into fall, and there's a pumpkin patch scene, there's a corn maze scene, they go trick-or-treating, so it has all of your like fall activities. So I would definitely recommend this one for fall reading, but again, just know the subject matter is a little bit more just heavier. It's just a heavier read, but phenomenal, loved it. And so I've just started on, I'm not very far into it at all. I just started A Good Girl's Guide to Murder by Holly Jackson today. This will fulfill the prompt to read a backlist book, and this is also the Literary Lane's book club pick for the months of September and October, which, oh my gosh, it just reminded me I need to go create the poll for our November and December book pick. So by the time this video goes up, the poll will probably already be posted and done with, but check the Goodreads page, I'll link down below to find out what book it ends up being that we'll be reading for November and December. But anyway, this is a young adult murder mystery about a girl named Pip who, I think it's been 4 or 5 years since this girl that I don't know if she went to school with her, but they live in the same town of Fairview. She gets murdered, and it's highly believed to be the boyfriend of the girl named Sal, but he commits suicide, and so he's never like properly like given, what would that, a fair trial? I don't know what that would be. I do not know like legal terms. I need to listen to more true crime podcasts to probably learn that kind of stuff, but he committed suicide before they ever got like real answers. And also Andy's body was never found. And obviously this is not spoilers because I've learned all this within the first 28 pages. So, and I didn't know that though going into it. I didn't really know a whole lot about it going into it, and I really like that because everything's so new right now. But so yeah, and our main character Pip doesn't think that it was Sal who killed Andy, and she's doing this, like, it's called a senior capstone project about it, and she's going to interview everyone that was involved, like with the missing persons call that was made. She also wants to interview the family of Sal, the boyfriend of the murdered girl. So yeah, it's setting itself up to be a really interesting read, I feel like. I'm very interested in it, and I'm actually about to probably read a little bit before going to bed because, like I said, it is now 11:47 and I do want to get something done tomorrow. That's the update as far as the reading content of this vlog is gonna go. Book 1 done, on to book 2. I just got through writing down my to-do list for my survey of literary history, and we're reading the Iliad this week, and I just realized there's only one L in the Iliad. It's I-L-I, not I-L-L-I. So I just misspelled that, and I'm an English education major. It's Monday today. This is the start of a new subterm for me. I have 2 new classes that I'll be doing. One of them is called Advanced Expository Writing, which I'm actually quite excited about that class because we're gonna just be doing a lot of writing. And then the other class I'm taking this subterm is called Survey of Literary History. That's the class where we're gonna start off reading the Iliad, so that's exciting. I kind of slept in today, not gonna lie. So all I've done today really is I did a workout, kind of vegged for maybe like 30 minutes, watched a couple like YouTube videos while I ate a bagel after my workout, and then I took a shower. I just had kind of a slower start to my day today. I have a circle small group thing that my mom's actually leading at 6, so I'll have about an hour and a half to start on my schoolwork and kind of figure out what we're like, prepping myself for the next 8 weeks basically. So that's pretty much going to be my Monday. I did want to give an update though on the book I'm still reading. I'm still reading A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I am on page 229 and I'm really liking it so far. I love the detail and the thoroughness with which Pip is doing her investigation into the seemingly murder of Andy Bell. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of tomorrow, which tomorrow's Tuesday, and the readathon ends, I think, like Thursday at midnight, so like all the way through to Thursday. But I think for the sake of this vlog, I'm gonna make it a true week-long vlog and just vlog up until the end of Friday. So yeah, that's my reading plans at least, but hopefully tomorrow is going to be a little bit more of a productive day as far as waking up earlier and getting more schoolwork done. I'm going to try to have all my schoolwork done either by Wednesday or Thursday so I can have my weekend free of stress and worry, but we'll see how it goes. It's Tuesday. I want to say it's almost 3. Oh, my phone's right here. So far, I've just been working on school. I started reading the Iliad today and realized why I've never wanted to read it before. And I'm not even like halfway through. Oh, that's just on my camera. I'm not even halfway through what I need to read. I just read book 1 and that took me 30 minutes, which I mean, like, not too bad, but mind numbing. I didn't like it. I don't like it, although I feel like I kind of get the gist. There was a fair maiden that gets taken from Achilles by Agamemnon for a reason I didn't really discern too easily, so I'm hoping SparkNotes helps me with that. But anyway, so that's what I'm doing for school. But I've actually gotten a lot done. I've unloaded the dishwasher. I made a pallet up in my bedroom over the weekend, and I finally put the blankets away. I made it Saturday night, so it was there Saturday night, Sunday night, and last night. And I didn't sleep on it. I just made it to read. I made a cozy spot. I should have vlogged, darn it. But it was cozy. But anyway, I made it to page 274 last night, and I actually just read a little bit more. I'm now on page 288, and I just read the section where Pip is calling for her dog Barney, like he might be lost or taken or something. All I know is that, being a dog mom myself, I would do a lot of things in order to get my dog back if he was being held like a hostage. So I am really feeling for Pip right now, and my heart's kind of in my stomach for this dog, even though Barney, I think he's like a golden retriever in this book, or maybe a golden lab. I mean, he hasn't played like the biggest role, he's just like their family dog. But just the idea of a dog being harmed, it really stresses me out. So this book has like upped the ante quite a bit by involving a dog in the matter of Pip's investigation into Andy Bell's murder. But that's the update for where I'm at reading. I was struck by a wild hare, so I will be baking before I go to the bookstore, and it might not be hard to guess what it is I plan on baking. I actually baked this not too long ago, but they are pumpkin cream cheese muffins. I'll link the recipe down below, but I found it on Pinterest. I think it's relatively popular on there. But yeah, I'm really excited to bake them because they're so good. Alright, they're out! I think I went a little heavy with the cream cheese this go around. I just feel like they look different. But the test is to stick a toothpick in, and if they come back clean, that they're good. So I think it's pretty good. I just wanted to hop on here. Oh gosh, I sound like an Instagram influencer. I just wanted to hop on here. I just wanted to end this day with a little Barnes & Noble book haul. So the first book that I went in there like knowing I wanted to get was this book called Redeeming Your Time by Jordan Rayner. It's about the 7 biblical principles for being purposeful, present, and wildly productive. I have been kind of on a time management productivity kick just in my life. I could really use help with the way I manage my time and the way that I prioritize different tasks. And like I can easily feel overwhelmed when there's like more than 2 things to do in a day, and like I don't like feeling that way. And I feel like usually if I get to a point where I'm just super overwhelmed and stressed, I'll end up just doing nothing, and then I'll feel really overwhelmed and stressed about that. So I really like that he's approaching time management and productivity from a biblical standpoint. So yeah, I'm excited for that one. And then the other book that I picked up was Colleen Hoover's Confess. I kind of picked this up because I want to do a reading vlog where I read Colleen Hoover's books, because I have a few now on my TBR that I am really wanting to get to, probably in the month of November. I just purchased Verity like a week ago, which is I think it's a more of a dark suspense thriller book. Whereas this one I think is just a romance. It's between this girl named Auburn and this guy named Owen, and he works at like this art studio in Dallas, which I find really interesting because I'm from the Dallas Fort Worth area in Texas. Like that's kind of where I grew up. I was born in Louisville, in case y'all live around there and know where that's at. I also already flipped through, and like there's actual pieces of art in the book, which I find so interesting. I'm really excited to read that just for that added benefit. But again, like I said, I just want to try to give Colleen Hoover one more chance. I've only read 2 of her books. The first book I read of hers was Ugly Love, that I read back when I was like 18 or 19, like way before I ever started my YouTube channel. And I remember really loving it. Like I flew through that book. And then I read November 9 just a couple of years ago, or maybe 3 years ago now. Yeah. I think at the end of 2018, and I did not like November 9. We'll see. I'm gonna take a few more chances on Colleen Hoover for a reading vlog, because I feel like a lot of probably you guys watching, hopefully, have read Colleen Hoover and will be interested to see a reading vlog about Colleen Hoover. I don't know. If that doesn't sound interesting though, let me know. That's the little haul that I did from Barnes & Noble, and these will probably be the last books that I buy for myself for a really, really, really long time, because my TBR is so incredibly long. I don't know what to do with myself. Now I'm going to go attack one of my muffins, because they should be room temp by now. Good morning-ish. It's 10:38 now on Wednesday. Gosh, weekly vlogs, I don't know if this is sustainable, or I don't know how people do like consistent weekly vlogs. I feel like I've been vlogging for forever. But anyway, and what did I say? I would go till Friday? Oh gosh. Alright, anyway, but I finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder last night, and I gave it 4.5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I loved the intricacy of the mystery. I loved all of the interwoven webs and threads that Pip had to follow in figuring out what happened to Andy and also proving Sal innocent. So I loved just the journey that we took with her and where it ended up. I enjoyed being caught off guard, because by the end all I'll say is there's 2 like aspects to the mystery. One aspect I definitely had pegged from the jump, but the other aspect I didn't even question that aspect. Like I didn't even figure that was what was gonna happen. So the fact that I wasn't able to guess it, I really appreciated, even though half of it I did have figured out, the other half I didn't. I guess that's how I probably should have worded it. There's 2 halves to a whole. The only reason why I felt like the need to dock half a star was the believability that a 17-year-old girl in high school would not only have the time, but also the drive to put her life in danger. She also committed illegal things. Like, is it what is the difference between like committing a felony and committing like a just an illegal activity? Or is that exactly what a felony is? I don't know. I'm showing my like ignorance here, but I just feel like, you know, she could have been charged with breaking and entering when she breaks into the Bell's house, you know, for research, for her senior year of high school capstone research project. And she also, like, blackmails, I won't say who, but, like, she does that. It's, like, brief, and she feels bad about it, but I'm like, okay, but it's still kind of like blackmail, a form of it. I did really overall enjoy it, and I am wanting to continue on with the series. I'll probably just get the next 2 books from my library since I'm putting myself on a book acquiring ban, because at this point it's not that I need to stop buying books, I just need to stop owning them. So whether or not they're gifted to me or I buy them for myself, I just need to stop taking in books in my house. So yeah, I am interested in continuing and following Pip. I thought she was a very thorough, dedicated person to follow as far as an investigative journalist goes. So I'm excited to see what the next 2 books are about, because I believe it's a completed trilogy now. I thought that tomorrow was the last day of the readathon, the Sweater Weather readathon, which is what I read this for. This was also the Literary Lane book club pick, so I'm glad to have that finished before the live show discussion this Sunday. But tomorrow is the last day. No. Today's the last day. It ends like tomorrow, I guess. I think that's what I've been seeing like on Liv's Instagram. I was a little confused about that, I guess, because I thought it was going to go through the end of Thursday. So I now only really have today to read and finish Orange, the manga by Ichigo Takano, and she's a thick one. It's a thick old boy, and I don't know if I'll be able to finish it in a day. I do have to read the Iliad for school. I have to read like books 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, I think, of the Iliad today alone, which, you know, that's not light reading. That's not going to be a quick thing for me to do. But as far as the rest of the week goes, this Saturday, I'm supposed to have my Morning Revival live show for A.W. Tozer's And He Dwelt Among Us, but I've been slacking and haven't even picked this book up yet. But I am going to start it tonight, probably, like, before bed for my bedtime reading, because that's weirdly the time I like to read these kinds of books the most. Anyway, that's the reading update. Really happy that I am finished with A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, and ultimately would recommend. Right now I'm going to go purchase some dog food for my dog and probably stop by Starbucks, because I cannot go a week right now without getting my venti vanilla cold brew with the pumpkin cold foam on top. It's been my go-to drink of choice over the past, well, since they brought back their pumpkin stuff. So yeah, that's my Wednesday morning plan. I'll probably just come back here and start reading the Iliad, which I'm obviously, by going out and doing these errands first, because I originally planned to do them in the afternoon, I'm obviously stalling and putting off reading the Iliad. But I feel like if I get some caffeine in me, I might be more jazzed about it. Also, if I turn my head a certain way, it looks like I cut all my hair off, but it's in a clip. That's fun. I look like a boy. So close, yet so far. gosh. I met God in hell. Alright then.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. He was in the beginning with God.
So it is Friday afternoon. It is currently 3:30, October 29th. And I wanted to kind of maybe wrap up the vlog, at least the speaking part now, and also wrap up where I got as far as Orange, the manga. Unfortunately, this manga does not have page numbers from what I have been able to detect. So I read maybe 70 pages of this, but I'm now almost halfway through. But I read a lot of it yesterday as well. Like I probably got to around this much read on Wednesday nights, and then I read probably this yesterday. And so this is where I am now. I'm actually on letter 6. So anyway, not that that matters. But I didn't get to finish this by the end of the readathon because it ended a whole day earlier than I thought it did. I feel bad that I didn't realize that. But anyway, so I ended up just reading 2 books for the readathon, which honestly is great for me. I don't think I've ever read more than 2 books for any given readathon ever. So the next readathon I'll be participating in though is the one that I do around Christmas time, the Oh What Fun readathon. I can't remember specifically the date of when it will start, but I will be putting out a video sometime in November giving you guys like the dates and the challenges. There's a couple challenges that I thought of that I'm really excited about to do. But yeah, so that'll be my next readathon, and my challenge now for myself personally is to read 3 books for that readathon. Another part of the reason why though I probably didn't get more or further along in this one is that I think I talked about in an update, I'm reading A.W. Tozer's And He Dwelt Among Us, Teachings from the Gospel of John. This is for the Morning Revival book club, or Readers Club, whatever I call it. And I'm still not quite finished, but I do plan on finishing this one today, hopefully. I don't know how much time I'll have for it. I have started editing this vlog, so yeah, that's why I'm filming kind of this little wrap up. But this book, if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, and you just want to read something about the Bible, this is what you need to pick up next. This one has given me so many little like, oh my gosh moments while reading it, like wow, or just like so good, or those kinds of moments that you'll read it and the way he words things just makes it feel so new again. Like the whole Jesus coming, he was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God, and it put on flesh, and the flesh that we know the Word as is Jesus Christ, and like he words it so beautifully, and like I have been brought to tears several times while reading this book so far, so I am regretting not having read a Tozer book sooner because he is very popular within Christian circles as far as his teachings and writings go. And in fact, this is like a collection of... Uh-oh, I'm getting a phone call. Hang on. Hello? Alright, I can't remember what I was saying. But read this. It's been such an amazing read for me so far. I mean, just look at the amount of tabs I've given it. I'm really excited to talk about this tomorrow for the live show, but I'm hoping that I will have read all of it. And this is definitely one that I'm upset that I've made myself rush through it. It's my own fault. I should have picked this up earlier. I'm currently reading 6 books if you count like my devotional that I'm reading, like along with my Bible and stuff. I'm reading so many books right now. So yeah, it's my own fault for juggling too many books, wanting to read books for the readathon, but also needing to read books for my own readers and book club. So anyway, that's the whole reading update. That's what I've gotten done in a week. thank you guys so much for watching this little like slice of life, week in my life kind of vlog. I still don't really know because I haven't finished editing what it's gonna look like, the final product, but just a little week in my life. Thank you for sticking around to the end, and I hope to see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye!